I am high boobs. How y'all doing? Oh, there's some good ass cotton candy. What's going on, y'all? Today is Wednesday, and welcome to another episode of Funky Dineva Live, where we gonna have it all going on. So y'all see the flyer I got in the background? That's the flyer for the Dominican Republic. Everybody was wanting to know about a land excursion. We are going on a land excursion October 30th through November 2nd. October 30th through November 2nd. We going to an adults only situation down to the Punta Cana. Honey, we're going to be all down there to the Punta Cana. And so for any of you who the cruise was not your thing, you didn't have the time, you don't like cruises, the cruise might have been out of your budget, this is definitely a more budget-friendly situation. Rooms are about $1,000, bust down the middle by two. That's $500 a person, plus a flight. If y'all plan on wearing y'all Spanish hand selling pussy down in the Dominican Republic for $40 when we go, please put me in the chat, because I'm going down there to sell it, bitch. I'm gonna go down there and sell it to all of American passport bros. They got the money, I got the puss, baby. I'm going down there to sell it. So if you coming down there with me to help sell it or to help facilitate sell it, put me in the chat. Yeah, we got quite a few coming. Quiet as it's kept. I hope we just have a little small, intimate group so we could slap five and yeah. And then we already got, somebody said they buying. Well, okay, right. If you ain't selling it, how many of y'all buying it? How many of y'all is buying it, honey? I want to know how many of y'all going, how many of y'all carpet munching assholes is buying it down to the Dominican Republic. We gonna have a good time down there selling $40 coochie. See, y'all selling it for $40. I'm selling it for $40 per pound. Okay, I'm gonna help bring the stock of coochie meat back up, or whatever. So y'all know when I put the post up that says what y'all want me to talk about tonight, somebody put a very interesting one. Somebody put a very interesting one in the chat, and they said, Funky Dineva, can you talk about your opinion on people being judged by the posts that they like? People being judged by the posts that they like. And I'm guessing the broader question was, or should be, and I'm assuming, is it all right for us to judge people based on the post that they like? So y'all drop that in the comments. Do you think it is all right to judge people based on the post that they like? Yes or no? I think the answer is absolutely, unequivocally yes. I think the answer is unequivocally, absolutely yes. I'm not trying to say that you can make a full character assessment about somebody based on what they like, but I can tell a lot about a person. Case in point, and this may be some of the more extreme examples, but if Trump is around here talking about, oh, kick all the immigrants out, so on and so forth, and you like that post, and it's reasonable for me to assume that that is your political stance and you agree with everything that's coming from that man. If you see a video where a woman is beating a man across the head with a stick and you like that post, and it's reasonable for me to assume that you are all right with that. Same thing goes. If you see a video with a man stomping a pregnant woman in the stomach and you like that post, then it's reasonable for me to assume that you are all right with that level of toxicity. If you like a post where you see a baby fall from the top floor of a bunk bed and bust his head and you like it, then it's reasonable for me to assume that you are a little bit insensitive and not very caring, and you're somebody that I should not want my kids around. You know what I'm saying? But somebody said, sure, within reason, right? Like within reason. Um, if if somebody getting cussed out in the Dollar General and I like the post, don't read too much into my character. Don't read too much into my character. You know what I'm saying? So I guess the overall answer is it depends on what the post is, but I am leaning more towards yes, you can absolutely judge somebody based on what they like. If somebody on there calling the black women's all types of fat black tad hoes and they like it, you see what I'm saying? I got this kind of candy from Ross, and I don't need you to go ahead and put in the chat, oh my God, he's eating disgusting. I can't stand that smacking sound. Well, honey, you might as well log out because I got a whole tub of it. I got a whole tub of it and I'm finna eat it the whole show. Don't even waste your time writing, oh my God, eating is so disgusting. I can't stand people who smack. Don't even waste your time writing it. I'm finna chew with my mouth open. I'm finna eat it. This my show. And if you don't like it, bitch, there's the door. You can leave. Because I'm finna smack on this bitch. The whole motherfucking show. Moving right along. We got a very small political corner. Only one story today. And this is Trump praising the Liberian president's English when English is the man's first language. So there's a butter skin. And how I get this ad off my screen? Okay. Donald Trump praises good. Oh my God. Why is the ads keep popping up all to my screen? And they know they telling y'all all my business. Okay. Why is y'all know I'm looking at the butter and the Range Rovers? Get out my business. Trump praises good English of Liberian president, prompting criticism across Africa. The U.S. President Donald Trump praised Liberian President Joseph Boakai for his strong grasp of the English language on Wednesday, but the African leader was educated in Liberia, where English is the official language. As he hosted 5 African leaders at the White House, Trump asked Boakai, "Such good English, it's beautiful. Where did you learn to speak so beautifully?" Boakai informed Trump of his place of education, prompt to express his curiosity. "That's very interesting," he said. "I have people at this table who can't even speak nearly as well." Now, I can't believe I'm about to say this, but this is one of those microaggressions. And in all honesty, I can't believe I'm about to say this. Trump actually didn't mean any harm. He didn't mean any harm when he said this, but it is indicative of what he thinks about African people. And that's where the ignorance lies. You know, and this is the equivalent of white people and us being at work and they say things about our children like, oh my gosh, she's so articulate, bitch. Why wouldn't she be? My children go to school the same way your children go to school. My children read Great Expectations the same way your children know about Miss Havisham. Why wouldn't she be? I think the bigger sin is the expectation, the unconscious expectation that people who are black like this and not like this can't speak well. Baby, we ain't been slaves in a very long time. We ain't been slaves in a very long time. But it goes to show what the wealthy elite think of black people. And believe it or not, and y'all may get mad with me, of all the things that Trump did, do y'all want to know what the most offensive thing he ever did to me was? When he had diamond and silk on his campaign. I was so offended by Donald Trump having diamond and silk on his campaign and how they were so received by his white constituents, because that was a direct reflection of what he thought the blacks were. Despite the fact that we had previously had Michelle Obama, Barack Obama, Malia, and Sasha in the White House, he went and got Diamond and Silk and celebrated them in that mammy caricature that they played on TV, because that is honestly what his rich, uncultured, non-traveled beyond white white countries, that's what they think about us, right? And I know a lot of times we try to do this thing about who gives a damn what white people think. And when older blacks make the comments like, and that's why them people think about us the way they do. But that also is why it's important for us to have balance and representation in the media. That is why all of the black characters at the forefront can't be the sexy reds and can't be baddies and can't be Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. This is why we have to have balance. This is why we have to have more scandals and more How to Get Away with Murders and more publications like Essence Magazine. This is why, because you have people whose only exposure to black people is an episode of Law and Order, where they see us as gangsters, thugs, and struggling welfare queens. Or you have people whose only exposure to black people is these movies where the heavyset black woman plays this mammy caricature, and then they go through life thinking that all of us are one way. And I know we like to say, who gives a damn what white people think? But when they are in a position of influence and they're in a position of power, perception plays a lot into how we're dealt with. And it is important about whether we want to agree about it. I don't care what they think personally about us, but their perception of us is important, because I don't want nobody treating me like a mammy. Treat me like Frederick Douglass, bitch. Don't treat me like Diamond and Silk, because the reality of the situation is who I am is far more adjacent to Frederick Douglass than it ever has been Diamond and Silk, despite the fact that I played a character with the wig, so on and so forth. Treat me like Frederick Douglass, honey. Treat me like Thurgood Marshall. Treat me like Olivia Pope. Don't treat me like Sexy Red. I don't have a single person in my family like Sexy Red, and I'm not trying to say I come from the Cosbys, because I don't come from the Cosbys, but I damn sure don't come from that. So it's important that we have balanced representation in the media of how we act. And this was a reflection of when you think just by virtue of somebody's skin color that they're dumb or illiterate. This is a win. And I hope, what is going on? Oh, this is why it's not available. I'm like, shit, the stuff talking about it's not available. Why is everything from the show saying not available? Excuse me, y'all. Hold on 1 second. We got something going on down to the computer. Let me see here. Y'all, what is going on here? Sorry, this page is not available. Hold on. My line suspended. This is weird, but when I click it right here, it works. Hold on.
You're seeing posts about a July.
Copy link. Hold on, y'all. This is really weird. The link you followed may be broken or the page may be removed. This is not true. This is weird. Let me figure out what's going on. Why can I click a link here and it show up on my phone? But then I click a link here and it says unavailable. Oh, they saying Instagram may have been down. They say delete my YouTube channel. Let me see. My line suspended. Something going on. They say clear the cookies. Okay, how I do that? Girl, now I'm old. Now y'all got me up here embarrassed to this thing. How I clear the cookies? Settings. Oh God, clear the cookies. Girl, I don't even know how to do this. This is so embarrassing. Okay, how to clear cookies in Chrome. Open Chrome settings, navigate to privacy and security. Chrome settings, privacy and security. Okay. And then it say select cookies and other site data. Hold on. I don't see cookies and other site data. Delete cookies, cache, and more. Delete data. Ow. Bam. Let's see. Oh, this shit's so raggedy. Then we're gonna have to do it like this. I fixed their ass. I fixed their ass. This was what came from where? I fix them. I got to work around. Oh, don't you worry, baby. One thing about me and two things for sure. I am very smart. Bam. I just know where I just go back to where I got the stories from. There we go. Bam. Bam. This is the story that I wanted to do. Bam. We just have to do it like this. I don't found a workaround. One thing about me, baby, I'm very resourceful and I ain't gonna stay down for long. All right. So the story that I want to do, this is a story that's near and dear to me. YouTube, starting July 15th, will not show any love to AI creations, AI pages, AI, whatever the case may be. They said, no, ma'am, we are not going to phase our creators out by allowing people to create AI people and monetize them, and praise the Lord, honey, because a bitch was a little nervous about their coins. Take a listen.
It's about a July 2025 update to the YouTube Partner Program monetization policies, and you're concerned it'll affect your reaction or clips or other type of channel. Well, I'm Rene Ritchie. I'm a creator who works inside YouTube, and here's the deal. This is a minor update to YouTube's long-standing YPP policies to help better identify when content is mass-produced or repetitive. This type of content has already been ineligible for monetization for years, and is content viewers often consider spam. That's it. That's all. If you're seeing posts about a July 2025 update to the YouTube Partner Program monetization policies, and you're concerned it'll affect your reaction or clips or other type of channel, well, I'm Rene Ritchie.
Rene Ritchie, thank you. Because the girls was completely worried about how they was going to continue to eat. And I'm going to tell you something. If you are a social media influencer, you make your money through internet ad dollars, I would strongly encourage you that you begin sooner than later diversifying your talent in a way that can't be reproduced by AI. I'm going to go ahead and give you creators out there a bit of free game. And don't say I ain't never give you nothing. You need to hurry up and get into the live space. You need to hurry up and get into the live space. And here is why. With all of these AI creations and all of this internet stuff and all of this TV stuff, it's still leaving people wanting a human connection. It's still leaving people wanting human authenticity. And once this whole world becomes so AI, That's going to be the new thing. The old school doodoo brown is going to be the new thing. What do I mean by the old school doodoo brown? The way our parents used to consume their entertainment. Down at the comedy club with somebody standing on the stage with a microphone. Those are the things that can't be duplicated. A la Down to the Bar. That's an experience that can't be duplicated. And while I don't want to be on the road every week, but at least I have already started building the infrastructure for the day that when they say, okay, y'all are not making money from ads and stuff anymore, well, bam, I can spring into action. I'll just have to be on the road 2 and 3 times a month, but at least I still will be able to express myself through the Funky Dineva brand and still be able to eat. So if you are an influencer out there, I would encourage you to diversify your income sooner than later. Get into the product space, get into the live entertainment space, get into the cooking food space, but it's coming. All right. It's the great internet gravy train. Trust and believe, we will be studying in the history books one day the great collapse of internet influencers. Everything that goes up must come down. Here's my other backup plan. There is always going to be an appetite for pop culture. No matter how technology changes, if it changes from written form in a magazine, if it changes to radio, if it changes to TikTok, if it changes to holograms, there's always going to be an appetite for pop culture consumption. And just make sure you're up on whatever the technology is. Like I said, if YouTube went to hell today or tomorrow, I'm tried and true. I can go write for People magazine. I can go write for Entertainment Weekly because I'm tried and true in the space, and I'd simply be following wherever the technology is going. So solidify yourself in something, become an expert, and that way you'll never be rendered obsolete with the change of policy or a change in technology. Moving right along. This is about Meatball and her mama, honey. Oh, Miss Meatball. Miss Meatball is going to hell off on the Gold's plastic surgery people because she wanted her mama to be comfortable. And she is alleging that Gold's plastic surgery operated on her mama and they knew her mama BMI was way too high. And now the mama stomach looked like when you leave po chop out on the counter and then you went to Disney World by mistake and forgot you left that meat out. And when you come home, the house be stink and the meat be all discolored. That's what Meatball look like. Let me find it. Hold on. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Hold on. Let me find it. I'm sorry that the show got to be bootlegged. Just today, but y'all just gonna have to bear with me.
Know this shit, bro. We support people. Look at my mom's stomach. Like, what did y'all do? What did y'all do, bro? Y'all weird, bro. Y'all weird, bro. Yo, that shit hurt, bro. That shit hurt, bro. When you trying to make your mom feel comfortable about herself. Y'all, bro. Yo, that shit corny, bro. That shit corny, bro. Like it because I love how she feels. Shit corny. She wanted to was be comfortable, bro. It's funny. People.
So y'all dropping in the chat. Y'all said it was old. I ain't know it was old. It was new to me. So we're gonna talk about it. Meatball is alleging that her mother's BMI, body mass index, was way too high for her to be operated on. And Goals went on ahead and operated on her anyway. And I'm here to say this. Fat phobia alert. You can't be that goddamn fat trying to go lay on the table. Okay, like, girl, they can't cut off 3 trimesters of you carrying triplets. Like, they just can't. Like, don't get me wrong. You know, y'all hoes just don't want to do nothing. Like, goddamn, y'all want to get up from the old lady gang and go straight down there to Gold's Plastic Surgery after eating 4 pork chops smothered and covered, diced and chunk over rice with cornbread and a big old gallon of red Kool-Aid on the side. That's just not how it works, guys. It's just not how any of it works. You can't have stomach where your coochie supposed to be and booty where the back of your bike supposed to be and just think you finna go over there and just lay down on the damn table and everything is going to be all right. No, 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 no. Now listen, people are big for different reasons in life, medical reasons, hereditary, lifestyle. Some people are just sloppy, gluttonous, and lazy. And you can't be the latter and just think, oh, I'm going to just go to Gold's and get the $2,500 Labor Day special and all is going to be all right. No, ma'am, that's not how it works. You honestly thought you was going to go 40-something years of your life being big, fat, and sloppy, and then overnight somebody was just going to stick a cannula in your damn stomach and suck all that shit out and everything was going to be all right with your soul? Everybody want to do everything except eat right and work out, including me. Okay? So don't get me wrong. I ain't shitting on nobody because I get it. As I'm sitting here eating up this whole tub of cotton candy and my stomach still keeps sticking out further and further. But I'm going to tell y'all something. The difference between me and y'all is I'm rich, bitch. Okay? I'm just going to sit here and get fat in peace. Okay? Just as long as I get fat gradually and I don't wake up tomorrow looking like Meatball, I'm fine with it, honey. I'm just going to be fat in that piece. I'm going to be fat, rich, in that piece. Because y'all ain't finna wear me to death. Okay? Being rich and laying down and eating feel real good. And it feel better than going and sweating and pulling and being sore. I'm sorry. I got my man. I am finna sit up here and I am finna age gracefully. Okay? I'm not finna starve myself. I'm not finna eat kava. And I'm not finna eat a burrito with no burrito bread on it in a bowl of lettuce. I'm not finna go around eating chicken lettuce wrap. But see, I don't have to use my body to go out there and get currency and get nobody to pay my bills because I got my man and I'm rich. Okay? No, I'm just gonna lay up and be rich and get fat gradually and just be fine with it. By the time I turn 55, I ain't gonna give a damn what I look like anyway, because I'm gonna be so damn rich and be living so damn good. And any of y'all that got anything to say about me, it ain't even gonna matter because I ain't even gonna hear it because I'm gonna be behind my gates of the lifestyles of the rich and famous. So I really ain't gonna give a damn. Okay, I'm finna be fat and rich in peace. And that's just what I settled on. That's just what I settled on. Now, other people, they may want to go in the gym and kill themselves. They may want to eat like rabbits. I don't want to eat like no rabbit. I ain't that fat yet. I don't need as much as y'all. Maybe if I get that fat, maybe I'll change my mind. But until then, the stomach I got is the stomach y'all gonna get, okay? And just as long as my wee stick out longer than my stomach, then I'm content being rich with a stomach. And that's just where I'm at with it. You know? How many of y'all on here, you just gave up on your damn self and just said, fuck it, girl, I'm finna eat? Because I know I'm not the only one. Eating and laying down and watching TV is so much more fun. And that's why y'all mess with me, because y'all know I'm a real person with real feelings, and I express the feelings of real people. If you just said to hell with it, baby, they just getting what I give, put me in the chat. And that's just what it is. I'm finna be happy. I am 41 years old. Chances are I got more years behind me than I do ahead of me. I'm not gonna waste my time worrying about trying to get into no size 2. I had my time. I've been a size 2 for 40-something years. Now it's time for me to experience the different walk of life. Okay? I'll be a 6. I'll be a 8. And that bitch, I ain't gonna never get comfortable being no 12, no 16, and no 18. But I've been a size 2. It was fun while it was fun. But now I'm filling out my grown man curve, and it's just what it is, bitch. I like to eat and be rich. And I'm not starving myself for no bitch. Moving right along. Oh. Let me tell y'all one thing I like about this new world that we in. This new world that we in, karma is coming real fast. Like, and maybe I think of the world getting ready to end, because the Saints definitely about to come back marching in. But karma is starting to come back for the people real fast. Now, y'all remember Rashida Nicole? She is the girl that LiAngelo Ball got with after he left Miss Nikki baby. Well, LiAngelo Ball reportedly files for divorce from Rashida Nicole shortly after her pregnancy announcement. Let me tell y'all what I always say. While you dig in one ditch, you might as well dig 2. Because what you got planned for me is going to happen to you. Miss Mama right here, she was too excited to get on the internet. She was too excited to get on the internet and clap back. And, you know, Miss Nikki and have zero sensitivity to what Miss Nikki baby was going through after just having this man baby and all this type of stuff. And baby, you just announced your pregnancy and this man just came behind it and announced y'all divorce. Do Jesus. And I'm going to tell you what's going to be the real gimme gotcha. The real gimme gotcha is going to be if he go back around Nikki's house. Leaving somebody while they pregnant, that's a different type of lowdown. Okay, ladies, drop down in the chat and let me know what's the worst type of lowdown. Leaving after the baby is born or leaving while pregnant. If it's leaving while pregnant, put pregnant in the chat. If it's leaving after is worse, put after. I'm just curious to know. Somebody said both of them. They saying pregnant, both. Baby, let me tell y'all something. That's a level of pain and despair. When y'all be talking about, he just want to be a woman. He just want to be a bitch. No, ma'am. It's days like this. I celebrate the fact that my coochie made out of clay. No, ma'am, honey. I don't want no problem. I'm good. I'm good. For all y'all that thought I wanted to be a woman, y'all think I want to go with this? I'm good, love. I am good. I don't want nobody to ever do me like this. I don't even know if I would be capable of loving my baby if this happened to me. I don't even know if I would be able to continue loving my baby if this happened to me. Oh my God. And especially if I was past abortion status. Oh my God. I would have something growing in my stomach that I would not even want. Oh my God, this has got to be so. He want to be a woman. To hell you say, bitch, I want to be a sissy. I just want your man. I don't want to be no woman. If this what it mean to be a woman, I don't want this. I don't want it. Y'all boy. Y'all are the superior beings. I will always be jealous, honey. Y'all got long hair down y'all back. Mine short. Mine ain't even long enough to put in a ponytail with a rubber band. Y'all got that. Baby, I don't want to be no woman. Cause I know how hot I get between my legs when I get to drinking. And my ass would end up being pregnant by all of the damn people. This is a lie. He didn't want to be a woman. Let me tell y'all something. If this ain't proof enough for y'all that I don't want to be no woman, y'all win. Moving right along to another reason why I don't want to be no woman. Another reason why I don't want to be no woman is because I don't like the way these men talk about these women. Hold on, and this next one is gonna carry y'all out if I can find the story. I don't know what happened to the internet today. I don't know what happened. Hold on, y'all gonna gag at this next story, and you really gonna gag at who it's coming from. Streamer. Dr. Umar sets the record straight that he went down on a woman. Says her drawers was so scratched at that it looked like a wife beater. Lord have mercy, Jesus. Not the doctor of consciousness said he mad that y'all talking about he ate that tilapia. Said that her drawers was so scratched out. Now, if her drawers was that scratched out, that got to mean it must have been Meatball Mama and she was big as your ass was, Dr. Umar. Take a listen.
She told Pastor Bussy that I went down on her. Brothers and sisters, I'm willing to take a lie detector test. Brothers and sisters, I'm willing to take a lie detector test. Brothers and sisters, I'm willing to take a lie detector test. When that woman, after gummy bearing my Shango stick, that woman took off her underwear, and I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, and I don't mean no disrespect to feminine energy. I don't mean no disrespect to feminine energy. I don't mean no disrespect to feminine energy. When she took her underwear off, brothers and sisters, she smelled like something crawled up inside of her and died.
And you still
She smelled like an old fish tank. You ever smell a fish tank that somebody ain't cleaned in like 2 years? They got goldfish in there. They got all kind of fish. And it ain't been cleaned in years. That's what she smelled like. And when she took off those funky ass drawers.
And you still hunt.
Her drawers were so old and so funky that I thought it was a wife beater. That's how stretched out her drawers was. Her drawers were so old and so funky, I thought her underwear was a slingshot. Her drawers were so funky and so stank, brothers and sisters, that I thought it was a wife beater, brothers and sisters. And I don't mean no disrespect. So when she said, it's my turn, after she got finished swallowing the Shango, she said, it's my turn. After she got finished swallowing the Prince of Pan-Africanism, she said, it's my turn. And I'm sitting there and I'm saying to myself, how do I get out of this? Because it ain't no way under God's heaven that King Kong consciousness face, nose, tongue, lips, ears, or hairline is going anywhere near that cootie cat. Streamer. She told Pastor Bussy.
He still hunched her. He still hunched her. And this is so, listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't believe nothing coming out of his mouth. The same way women get on the internet and say he had a small dingaling or you wasn't saying all that when you ate my ass. Men have the same retort. Oh, you had a stank box. Your panties was dirty. It's so childish. And you still hunched. And you still hunched. And you still hunched. Because if that lady was as stinking as you say she was, and she was smelling like that during the foreplay era. First of all, for somebody to be stinking like that, they had to present like Southside Shawty. All right? They had to. For somebody to be that doggone stink, they had to present like that up front before you even got to unhooking their bra strap. and you still continue to go forward with it. So what does that say about you? You know what I'm saying? I don't believe it. It's just funny because it's Dr. Umar, and hearing him talk about that lady like that, it's funny and borderline unacceptable. But I'm gonna tell y'all one thing I know about niggas. They will hunch anything. You probably didn't eat it, but you hunched her. You stuck your chongo, Congo, gummy worm, or whatever you called it. You might not have ate it, but you don't use. A man will hunch anything. And I hope this lady come on the internet and wear your ass out. I'm dying to see who she is. But he know he hunched that lady, sounding like a damn 15-year-old high school boy. Talking about her box was stink. I bet that box wasn't stink when you carried her around to Houston to eat. Oh, that's too funny. Let's see if we can get some action. Let's see if the Instagram back working. Still ain't working. All right. Still ain't working. Went down there and read that lady box like that. I would be ashamed to be talking like that at that age. I really would. Now, this is for all my Christian folks out there. Y'all know y'all church Christians stay getting on somebody's damn nerve with y'all hypocritical ass ways. But fans are calling out Devon Franklin for playing a DL character in Tyler Perry's Divorced Sisters. Why would a pastor take this role? I was tuning in Divorced Sisters until they introduced Devon Franklin's character as a possible DL brother. I'm so sick of seeing this SHIT. I don't even know why he's comfortable playing this role. In the beginning, I was thinking this seems like a DL situation, but I'll let me give Devon Franklin the benefit of the doubt because he's used to be a preacher. So why are you comfortable playing this role? Hopefully there's a plot twist in this Tyler Perry movie. Pastor Devon Franklin is wrestling with the flesh. He's still very much into worldly things, and it shows clearly. No true person of God would accept this role or even be interested in Hollywood. What do y'all think? Somebody said Devon Franklin is not playing at all. You know, I'm just going to give one quick analogy. I'm going to give one quick analogy that's going to shut this whole thing down. All right. And you can go disagree with your mama. If Devon Franklin showed up in Power as a supporting actor alongside Omari Hardwick and Tommy, and he played a suit and tie drug dealer, y'all would have no problem with it. If he showed up as a gangster in a suit and tie that was ordering hits on people, y'all would have no problem with it. If he played a role where he played a family man, but on the side he was cheating on his wife with a secretary, y'all would have no problem with it. If he played a role where he was the Black Bernie Murdoch and he stole people's retirements, y'all would have no problem with it. Y'all have no problem with it. Oh God, he did so good. It's so good to see him diversify his skills. Oh, I didn't know he could act. That's the litmus test right there for if it's unconscious homophobia or not, or whatever word you want to use. Whatever word you want to use. If he was playing some shit that y'all have normalized or some shit that y'all seen y'all daddy do, which is lay up with y'all mama, then go fuck on his mistress, y'all would have no problem with that. Ain't no sin greater than the next. Ain't no sin. Love the sinner, not the sin. So all of those are acceptable, but you draw the line. You draw the line. Oh no, let them play somebody DL. That's where you, girl, get off my line. It's acting. Y'all don't want certain people from certain demographics to have representation whatsoever. There are a lot of walks of life I don't get down with, or I don't agree with, or I don't particularly subscribe to, but it does not mean that those people should be denied representation in film. And maybe he took the role to spark this level of conversation and controversy so we can have a greater picture. At what point is society going to accept the fact that gay people have been here since the beginning of time? At what point is society going to accept the fact that gay people are here to stay and they're contributing members of society as well, and that they're a part of real life? This whole outrage over gay and DL, it's just so old and dated. And I think on this subject and a lot of other subjects is why the Black community is just so damn stagnated. We hang on to the most counterproductive things in our culture, and it shows. Moving right along to Olympic gold, honey. This one may be a little sad because Olympic gold medalist Mary Lou Retton, y'all, they had done got Mary Lou Retton down for the DUI. They got our sister down bad for the DUI.
You need oxygen first? Maybe. Okay, get some of your oxygen real quick. If you need to sit for a second or...
No.
Okay.
I mean, seriously.
Yes, ma'am. Seriously. Miss Retton, do you have your driver's license on you anywhere?
No, I've got a passport.
You don't even have the license?
No, it's in Texas.
Yo, your driver's license in Texas?
Yeah.
But you just don't have it with you?
I don't have it with me.
Okay,
It's valid.
So, y'all, body cam footage from Mary Lou Retton's DUI address earlier this year has been released. The former Olympian, 57 years old, appears to be in the shocking video released Tuesday wearing a bright yellow shirt, brown shorts, as she was pulled over by the police. The officer then gives her some instructions for a sobriety test as she murmurs, "Oh my God." The former gymnast appears to become a bit combative. Oh, come on, when the officer demands that she continue trying to balance herself for a few more seconds. Guys, this is sad. I was never old enough to watch Mary Lou Retton perform, but I remember during the Dominique Dawes days and all of those earlier days that she would be a commentator on a lot of the Olympic stuff and gymnast stuff. And that's why I remember her name. And she is one of the great American heroes when it comes to sports. And I hate to see her, number one, looking this frail, number two, with the oxygen, and then being caught up in the drunk driving thing. Now her body still looks amazing. But I think while I'm feeling bad for her because of who she is, there also is a world where I should be cussing her ass the hell out because you could have killed somebody. And now that I'm thinking out loud, that's probably what should be overriding my sympathy for her. It's like, it's never cool to be drunk like this or whatever. So we're going to pray for our sister, Mary Lou Retton. I don't know what's going on. She still looks good. She's on oxygen because she's got some rare form of pneumonia. Hopefully she can heal really soon and it not be a permanent thing. But we just going to send some prayers out to the lady and hope that she can stop aging. I ain't gonna lie to you, and I don't want to say this out loud, but she looked like she on drugs. The lady looked like she on drugs. And when they talk about she was in Virginia or wherever she at, this just don't, this ain't giving, I'm happy and I ain't on drugs. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Moving right along. I hope by tomorrow, whatever this problem is Instagram is having, that it's fixed. How do y'all feel about our brother Cenat being on the cover of Time magazine? Now I know a lot of people are up in arms with young Kai because of the Target situation, but for whatever it's worth, he is winning when it comes to streamers. He is the yardstick by which all these other streamers have to measure themselves. And he black like this and not like this. And for that, I will support him. I love it. He is the top creator. He is the top creator. He is that young boy. And I don't even understand that streaming stuff. I'm assuming they sitting there playing video games, that they be playing video games and talking at the same time. Like, and I love that this black boy from New York, for whatever it is, somebody said he's annoying. Yeah, I mean, we old. We old. We don't understand the culture. I had a homegirl. He was throwing a pool party here in Atlanta, and she reached out to me, and she thought because I was a YouTuber and was like, Q, my daughter really wants to go to this pool party. Do you know anybody who can get her into this pool party? And I was like, unfortunately, I don't. I am, I'm 41. This boy is in his young 20s. And I don't even understand the streaming culture, but his impact is definitely felt in spaces where my old ass has a footprint. And for that, I say, black boy, young black boy, keep doing what you're doing. Stack your money, stack your money, stack your money. And please invest your money and keep yourself in a position that you never, ever have to work again in life. I always think it's beautiful when people can make enough money in their 20s where they don't have to work again ever in life. I look at people like Rihanna. Rihanna made so much money in her younger years that girl ain't got to work for the rest of her doggone life. That is amazing, to make so much money in your 20s that you ain't got to work again. So shouts out to Cenat and everything that he's over there doing that's landed him on the cover of the Time magazine. Moving right along, we got some other plastic surgery related stories. This time we are talking about rapper Big Sean. Now, y'all will not let nobody live. The people are accusing Big Sean of having ab surgery. And Big Sean coming through saying, bro, unfortunately, mine are real. I got love for the fake community, though. To each his own. But what makes this even funnier is that the way God made me, I just happen to look like a chewed up Tootsie Roll when I'm out of shape. But I can only speak for myself. I only have to say something because this SHIT is getting way out of hand. So just be clear. I don't know, Big Sean. I don't know. Typically, fat and out of shape go hand in hand. Fat and out of shape typically go hand in hand, and it's giving something happen. Somebody said the chest and arms don't match. And that's exactly where I was going. Your arms ain't got a bit of cut. You ain't got no biceps. You ain't got no chest. And I'm to believe that you're just naturally walking around with the level of body fat that you have and abs that sculpted. Your arms not even taught. Big Sean, stop it, girl. Now, I don't know what Drake done inspired in y'all, but y'all around here trying to be like the BBL girls that lie talking about they natural. Like, And Big Sean, we know you got money. Why you just ain't get the rest of it done? Let me explain something to y'all. If ever the day comes where I lay my skinny black ass on the table, if ever that day comes, baby, when I'm gonna be in a 6-month recovery because they doing everything. Okay, they doing everything. They gonna suck this fat out my bike. They gonna sculpt these arms. They gonna get from up under here. Cause real talk, I do think I'm finna go get this done. I don't like looking like no deacon. I think, see, I look better. I look better when this pulled up. I'm getting all up under here done. Now I'm gonna get that sucked out for my stomach. I would have looked like Khloe Kardashian, bitch. Okay, I'm getting all this sucked that. Suck that. All look at this. All that's get sucked that. I'm girl. And I want that new bitch. I'm going to Bolivia. Y'all don't know about it, honey. The best neck suck out people is in Bolivia. I'm going right down to Bolivia and get this done. Or whatever. But Big Sean, love the skin that you in. This next story is another plastic surgery story that's funny. And this one comes from Brielle Biermann. That's Kim's daughter. That old heifer. Where this story at? She say, baby, they was going down there getting the Botox and the filler so much that it just was an everyday thing with them. Say that it was just normal in her household. And what I got to say after y'all finished looking at this video, she gonna wish that it wasn't normalized in her hospital. Take a listen.
About your journey so I can really understand what you want to reverse and how I can help you. You started with filler.
Yeah.
So what age were you?
I had just turned 18 when I first got my lips done.
Wow.
Yeah. I graduated high school, and the second I graduated, my mom took me to LA and I got my lips done by the doctor. Everybody was getting their lips done at the time.
And there was no hesitation from the doctor at doing it to someone who's 18, right?
No, it was like, get in the chair, let's go.
Doctors who do filler on young people really should think twice, because at the end of the day, filler can actually make a young person look significantly older. You had some put in the cheeks, yes?
Just like something she did here.
I told her to never do that under her eyes.
And she did it anyway.
Yeah,
So she regrets that, maybe.
she does.
You regret her doing that.
Yes, but, you know, sometimes you got to let them go and learn on their own, even though I was like, please don't.
Yeah. Were you happy with that at first?
I was, and now it's so puffy here and here, but I feel like especially this side, I think one side is definitely more full than the other.
So you grew up in an environment where people around you were having plastic surgery and cosmetic enhancements.
Yeah.
How aware were you about sort of any enhancements your mom was doing?
I was.
I'm gonna pause it right there, and I'm probably gonna have to cut that clip out when I go to do the final upload, because that's going to probably kill my monetization. This is sad. And that girl looked bad. That girl looked bad. And I think one of the most beautiful things about like turning 40 and when we get older is when we get to look back at old pictures of us, like we were in our 20s or going to the club with our friends. And then we look at our current bodies and we be like, ooh, bitch, I was bad back in the day. Oh, look how I used to look. Look how cute I used to look. And your mama robbed you of that moment because you didn't even get to experience your 20s looking like a young, hot 20-something. This girl looks so bad. She looks so bad with all that stuff in her face. And she looked worse than her mama. She looks disfigured. She looks old. I don't know what circles of 20-somethings that you're in where you're going to get chosen by another 20-something-year-old boy. You've been robbed. You have been robbed. There is no world where your mama should have ever let you touch your face. Now, I get it. White people and rich white people in the Kylie Jenner generation of white people, they do things a little different than us. And, you know, after 18, parents can always control what their kids do. You know, I'm not going to lie to you. Okay, the lip thing was a little piece of trend. If she wanted to go get the little lips done, maybe okay. But all that rest of that stuff, she looks bad. I make no qualms about the cosmetic procedures that I've had. It's actually time for me to go redo my Botox because my head is able to scrunch. I too also got filler up under my eye, but I don't look like that. I don't look like that. And if I never told y'all I had filler, you wouldn't know I gotten it. You see, I don't look like that. I got filler up under here. I don't look like that. And then they be doing so much. Shouts out to my injector, Ashley, down at Beauty by Nouveau You, down in Miami. One thing I love about Ashley, is Ashley, she says, we gonna underpump because we can always add. Brielle, you look like the trans that be doing that down in the hotels down in Miami. You look like Jigsaw. And somebody said, Q, that's because you waited until you was 40. That girl did it at 18 years old. You robbed yourself. You robbed. Oliver came around here the other day talking that foolishness about he was going to go get some damn Botox. I said, no, you're not. I said, no, you're not. I said, why are you getting that right now? You don't need that. You don't need that because you start playing around with your face right now. People don't realize with some of that stuff, you weaken your face muscles when you do that shit too early. Your skin is perfectly fine and plump. Don't start putting that stuff in your face. Do not start putting that stuff in your face. You don't need it yet. Now you get up in there, you get 38, 40, then you want to start tinker around. The whole world is trying to look like y'all. Y'all are in y'all 20s. The whole world is your mama is trying to look like you. You already naturally had what every woman is carrying her ass down to the spa trying to get, and you messed it up being greedy. You were a pretty girl. Brielle was never an ugly girl. She was never an ugly girl. She's ugly now. She's ugly. She's disfigured. And she's got that ugly same face that all the California Malibu bimbos got. And y'all know that look I'm talking about. That white girl bimbo look. Girl. Riley, stay from around her. Because we don't need none of what's on her getting on you. Stay from around her. In other reality TV news, we got some Nene leaks. Nene leaks said, don't play with her. She said, bitch, it ain't no world I'm going back to Housewives being anybody's friend or anybody's show. Girl, where's that? Rio.
Would you ever want to ever see yourself coming back to Housewives? And would you be even open to being a friend?
I felt like I was a friend one season.
You was?
Yeah. Remember the season where I want to say Phaedra, Kim Fields in Jamaica? We were in Jamaica.
You were not a friend. You were
I was a friend.
holding a peach in all of the
remember.
promos. Nene, you were never a friend of the damn show.
I thought I was a friend one time.
Well, you thought wrong.
Okay.
You were never a friend.
Honest to God, listen, let me see.
You were never a friend.
I'm not mad at the friend role.
Okay.
I just think for you know, just answering your question.
Yeah.
If I were to ever step back on that platform, and would I be a friend? I really kind of feel like, I don't know, that I would be a friend. I like the friend role. I like the capacity. I don't have a problem with it at all. But I just would think, you know, Nene, season 1, the first housewife, thing, and I'm a friend.
Do you ever, would you ever want to ever see yourself coming back to?
And I don't blame her for that. I don't blame her for that. Now here's the funny thing. The funny thing is, with where Housewives is right now, the friend role is probably what's most fitting. Like, I remember when they announced that Cynthia was going to be a friend, and I went up under her thing and I was like, oh my God, this is so fitting for you. It's like part-time work, but just enough to keep you in the mix and keep your celebrity up. And I remember Cynthia liked my post and came up under it and was like, you know, I know that's right, or something, trying to, you know, co-signing it. Especially with this current group of ladies, I really wouldn't see her occupying any other role. However, I also do understand her saying, yeah, like, girl, I'm Nene Leakes, girl. Like, girl, don't play with me. Don't play with me. Like, either I'm gonna come back and do the damn thing, or just leave me be. But I'm nobody's friend. And that ain't ego. That's just what it is. That's just really what it is. So shouts out to Nene Leakes. And yeah, I don't blame you, because my ass will probably feel the exact same way had they came to me with that friend thing. The last but not least, guys, and I want y'all to know that I may not be the smartest person in the room. I may not be the smartest person in the world. Okay? But y'all gonna give me my things. And y'all gonna give me my things right now, because we not gonna pretend, and I'm not gonna say he got the idea from me, because, you know, ideas are a dime a dozen. But y'all gonna give me my things when I said what Red Lobster needed to do was get seafood boils. And y'all gonna give me my things when I said they should have been the first person to do seafood boils, because they already had the infrastructure. Y'all gonna give me my things when I said, whereas the crab boil restaurants had to build crab boil places and do demographic research and pop up on every corner and do a build out, that Red Lobster already had the infrastructure, and that they should have been the first persons and the leaders of the crab boil thing. Y'all was already in formation. They was already in formation. And luckily, you know, rather he heard my humble cry, or rather he thought about the idea on his own. We're you know, relatively close in age. He could have thought about it the same way I did, because he was paying attention to the trends. They went ahead and did the crab boil thing. Now here's the only thing. Riot and Rio, come here. My only concern is that Red Lobster may have jumped on the crab boil trend just a day late and $1 short, because I do think that people are tired of crab boils at this point. Like, it definitely was a fad type of situation. Don't get me wrong, Black folks, we gonna always love our crab, but I ain't really got to have one. No, I'm kind of over. And I'm gonna tell y'all another fad that came in and is going out equally as fast. Black folks ain't mess with oysters the way they messing with oysters now. Now oysters is the new crab boil. Now everybody doing the oysters, but I think the oysters gonna go out faster than the crab boils did. Okay, here are things that I would advise you to not build your business around. And my girl Pretty Place watching, shouts out to Pretty Place. Y'all know she got all the food, and she probably gonna be laughing when I say this. But here, and y'all please drop down in the comments and help me out. Here are all the items if you opening a restaurant that people don't want no more. Anything with lemon pepper on it, we don't want it no more, girl. We don't want lemon pepper. We don't want lemon pepper oxtails. We don't want lemon pepper flavored spaghetti. We don't want no more lemon pepper anything. Take it off your menu. Lamb chops. Baby, y'all done ran the prestige of lamb chops. Might as well be leg quarters at this damn point. Y'all done ran lamb chops. Y'all done ran them down. down there with leg quarters, girl. Don't nobody want lamb. I don't give a damn that your lamb chops is jerked, smothered, and covered. Don't nobody want it no more. I bet I never hear another bitch say Rasta pasta. Girl, y'all gonna Rasta pasta me to death. Okay? Y'all is gonna Rasta pasta me to damn death. And then now you want to get fancy with it and put oxtail meat in. Ain't nobody ask you to put no oxtail meat down to the Rasta pasta. Okay? Please. Crab legs. I'm crab leg at. I'm crab legged at. Okay. Now, y'all may not believe me, and I'm going to tell y'all what people ain't doing, because y'all always want to abandon what make us bold, beautiful, and black. Ain't nobody doing an old nasty spaghetti. I can't name one place right now in Atlanta where I can go get me an old nasty spaghetti. Now, down in Miami, we go right there to them Haitians at the office and get a baked spaghetti. I don't know nowhere we could go get an old nasty spaghetti. Like, you want to be ahead of the curve, bitch? Go cook some damn spaghetti. Okay? A bitch ain't had a good spaghetti in a long time. And y'all know I ain't lying. Go get a good old spaghetti. Now, I'm from Miami. We ain't never used to eat our spaghetti with fish. But as I've gotten older, I realized the rest of y'all eat spaghetti with fish. Go on and get an old nasty spaghetti. But crab legs, Rasta pasta, lamb chops, girl, leave us alone. Lemon pepper, leave us alone with all these high blood pressure ridden ass foods. Like, just take it back to the old school doodle brown. Where's the bitch that just do an old nasty fried pork chop? Y'all ain't got to get all creative and everybody having the same creative idea. Rasta pasta, voodoo pasta, chicken Alfredo. Y'all gonna chicken Alfredo a bitch down to the ground. Chicken and waffles, throw it away. We don't want no more chicken, and good God Almighty, we don't want no more chicken and waffles. And then y'all tried to get fancy with it, and old butterfly and fried old lobster on top of the waffle. Now y'all know damn well don't no fried lobster go with syrup on no damn waffle. Just just let the people who have it already have. Just let them have it, please. Please. Y'all drop down in the chat and tell us something new they could do. What's something new people ain't doing? Bitch, y'all big fat wide back assholes. We're a bitch with an old nasty fruit salad and sprinkle some parsley on that bitch and call it vegan. You know what I'm saying? Where's that at? I mean, shrimp and grits. Y'all don't shrimp and gritted me to death. Y'all don't catfish and gritted me to death. Good God Almighty. It's like, to open a black restaurant at this point, you ain't even got to have no damn creativity. Y'all literally just go to y'all neighborhood hotspot, copy them people's shit, and change the damn name. We over it. We are over it. Keep them lamb chops, them crab legs, them chicken and waffles, that Rasta pasta. Quiet as kept. Y'all can keep the damn crab cakes too. And at this point, I don't even know what the hell we gonna eat. I don't know what the hell we gonna eat at this point. Somebody said conch salad is new. Oh God, keep the soul food egg rolls too. Everybody copying everybody. The first person I knew to have it was Pretty Place when she had the soul rolls. Now, granted, I ain't saying she created it, but that's the first person I knew that did it and helped popularize it in certain circles in Atlanta. Not everybody got them. It's like, damn. I always said that if one day I got bored and I just had a whole lot of money, that I wanted to create a spot called Grandma's House where we didn't have a menu. That we didn't have a menu. It was one of those things where either you just heard word of mouth what we were selling that day, but it literally was like Grandma's house. You got off of work and you just showed up to my spot and you sat your ass down and you played a fat fee and you ate whatever I cooked. And I think the surprise of it all will be the novelty of it all. You know what I'm saying? You just show up and you just eat whatever the hell grandma made. And now there is a version of this, and maybe that's where I got it from. There's an Italian restaurant somewhere, I think it's in New York, where they rotate Italian grandmothers just coming in and just cooking whatever they feel that day. I think something like that would do extremely well in the Black community. I think something like that. And then what happens is the restaurant gains popularity based on who's cooking. They be like, "Oh, y'all, Miss Thelma from the church. She down there at grandma's place this week. I don't know what she cooking, but Miss Thelma food good." You got other people say, "I don't like it when Miss Thelma cooking, but when let me know when Miss Gladys week coming. I'm gonna go down there because Miss Gladys gonna always." I just think it'd be fun. I just kind of think that that's where the culinary experience in the Black community should kind of move to. I think at this point, the internet, Uber Eats, and people doing better financially, that everybody is eating good, right? Like there used to be a time where lamb chops was just the thing that you could only eat on a special occasion or when you had money, or crab legs was just something you could eat on a special occasion or when you had money. But at this point, everybody is eating good, right? One way or another, we're all eating good. So I think people are no longer in search of good food because we know where to go get good food, but people are in search of a good experience. And a family-ran restaurant called Grandma's Place, where you just come in and just sit down and grandma just come out and make you a plate, and it's a flat fee, $17.99 or whatever it is, and your ass get a Coke, Sprite, or tea, or lemonade. We ain't selling no liquor up in Grandma's Place. And you come eat and carry your ass home. And grandma be in there playing her music and cussing. It's no customer service because the whole vibe is you at grandma's house. And we out of macaroni, bitch. Wait till I bake it. Sit down and eat this till I bake some more. I just think it would be a great experience. And then, if we wanted to diversify it, we could say this week we got the Italian grandma coming, or this week we got the Mexican grandma finna come through on Wednesday and do a little something. Like there's just a lot that could be done with that situation. And I also think that there are a lot of us that are just missing that old school nostalgic feel of just going to grandma's house. Because I don't know about y'all, but in my era, baby, grandmas and mamas wasn't no cook to order chef. Baby, we ain't never have no input in our house on what we was eating. You was eating whatever the hell was on that stove, or you did not eat. And that's just what it was. So I think that that would be a great situation. I kind of think that that's probably where we need to get back to. Anyway, y'all, I'm finna get up off the line and go get me something to eat. And I will call y'all hoes later. Bye.